Well, hello. Today I'd like to give you my first impressions of a vintage German pen. This is a Hema 56. Now, I'll admit my bias straight off the back, so it's out there in the open. I'm not expecting much. So let's find out if I'm right or wrong. Alright, so let's see how this thing writes. First of all, we'll take a quick look at the outside. It has a nice little bit of a design to the clip. I had to do a little cleaning on the outside. I see some cracking down here. It says it's a Hema 56. And then a little bit more design. We've got a triple band here. A very frail, weak plastic. Uncap it. The nib. I took a photograph of that earlier trying to make it out. And it's words. But I still can't make them out. FPR. Flex. Okay, is this not a German pen? Is this maybe an Indian pen? FPR would be Fountain Pen Revolution. I've got another one here that, whoops, yay, something ripped. So let's just see here. Because it's the same pen, this is just unrestored. Somebody gave me this first one. And then this one I had purchased previously, but the one that was given to me was in better shape, even though it wasn't part of a set. So, let's see, whoops. We herewith guarantee that the enclosed fountain pens are made from the best raw materials and manufactured with all possible precision using modern machinery and tools. And I just happen to think FPR, Fountain Pen Revolution, is a relatively new company. So I've got this weird suspicion it doesn't mean FPR. Let's look at it again. That's definitely an FPR. Let's see if this one has the same nib on. No, it does not. Okay, that's interesting. So I think somebody put a different nib on it. I've seen this Dawa Feta nib on a, what was it, a Geha? I don't know if this pen will even hold ink, so all of a sudden this video is about to become a lot more interesting. And since we're reviewing it all together, this is a pencil, I think. I don't know if I turn, oh yeah, if I turn this, it advances the lead. And the Lutherans are playing their music. Okay, apparently you can't pull the lead back in once it's out. And what the heck is this? Looks like a ballpoint. I don't know if it unscrews or what, but okay. Interesting all of a sudden. So if you know what the FPR means, please, by all means, leave a comment down below. I'll have to remember to come back and take a picture of that other nib. I just looked at the outside condition of the two pens and said, nope, this is the one I want, and changed my mind. So we're going to fill them with Parker Quink washable blue, in part because of the crack I see in the one's ink window. Lots of nice bubbling, but I expected it because it did suck in water very well. On the first fill, that's about what I got, which, if I like it, I'll come back, I'll fill it up some more, but I don't even know if I like how it writes yet, so we'll call that good enough. And the other one. Sucked a lot more ink from the first try, for whatever that's worth. Alright, so the steel nib, when I bring it down, gets this nice blob of ink down there. When I tip it back up, the nice blob of ink disappears. But, okay, there we go. And the blob just keeps growing. So, not a good sign. Maybe that's why it was slightly off-centered to begin with. Alright, so I had a merry old time getting this one to write. Seems to be writing now, but we'll see. So I'm going to do a side-by-side thing, so what you'll see me get this out of the way so it's not quite so disturbing. So what I'll do is I'll do all my tests here, then I'll do all my tests here, and I'll overlay narration on top of the tests so we can discuss what we're seeing. And I'll write the name of the ink for both just so we get the full comparison. Right, I would say that the FPR nib is just a little bit wetter than the Daiwa Feta 4 nib, but you know I can turn this into a fire hose by turning it so the ink is just dripping out, out of the feed. So there is that. They're both, you know, not the smoothest writers. This one has more flex, feels a little smoother. This one, just a little more consistent, and it actually kept up with the Pierre Gustafson test. So, you know, interesting. I don't have another Hema pen, but don't see myself buying another one. Can I say that? All right, so that was the all right, so that was the Hema 65. Looking at it, I don't know why I had it in my brain that I had two different pens there. The only difference was the nib. The one with the FPR nib, I wouldn't be swinging around like this. Or, sorry, 56, not 65. I got my numbers confused. I wouldn't be swinging that one around because I set it down on my table over there where I usually sit. And next morning I came out, the cap was full of ink. Luckily none got out, but I guess it would have been okay because it's washable blue, right? But yeah, it leaked. I ended up washing out the pen. I don't know, maybe if I heat set the nib to the feed. Can I say this? I don't know if it's worth it with this pen. I do have a decent one that has the Dowafeta nib. It's okay. I've been writing with it. It's not thrilling. I have the feeling that once I clean out this pen, it's probably going to sit for a long time in my drawer until I get the urge to write with it again. I mean, not every vintage pen is a winner. This one's okay. And that's about all I can say for it. Not a winner. As far as a pocket test, helps if I aim it right. There we go. So it does go... Okay, seriously, dude? If I could see what I'm doing, this might help. There. So it does go on with a little bit of a struggle. It's not sharp or anything. It just kind of tight clip. So I guess it's not going anywhere if you clip it in your pocket. So not every pen can be that really expensive, nice vintage celluloid with the amazing vintage nib. Some of them were cheap. Just like now, some fountain pens are cheap. And they show it. But I'm glad I tried it out. I'm glad I have it. I think it's a manufacturer I don't know anything about. So, in the coming years, I'll have to see if I can learn anything. Because at some point, if it sticks around for 5 years, I'll probably be doing a review on it. So, not exciting, but just another piece of history that now lives in southwestern North Dakota. So, I want to thank you for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.